To the local stock market now, and it's been an encouraging start to the week. For his thoughts on today's buying and selling, I spoke with Charlie Aitken from Bell Potter. Charlie Aitken, gains across the board today, strong market. Is that a surprisingly big response to offshore developments?
Certainly was, Ticky. I don't think any of us suspected the market to be up 63 points or 1.5% today. But the market started firmly, accelerated as there was a little bit of M&A, and then continued into the close. And the Asian markets did well too. But if you'd asked me this morning if the market was going to be up 1.5%, I'd say no. So it was a very strong and surprising day.
Now, we enter the tail end of the profit reporting season, and Goodman Fielder has come out with a loss.
Yeah, interesting there for the bread maker. But, I mean, the loss was a reported loss. They did take $300 million in write-downs. At the operating level, taking the write-downs out, they still made $133 million. But it's interesting, though. They actually blame the weak economic conditions for people trading down in bread. So you don't hear that very often, but not a great result. But interesting that even bread makers feeling the pinch.
Is that commodity prices?
No, it wasn't. They actually blamed the consumer, saying the consumer was trading down, buying cheaper bread, and et cetera, et cetera. So probably a reflection on the weak economic environment at the moment.
Well, Charter Hall Office Trust is the subject of a takeover bid. What's your assessment there?
Well, we've seen Monday is takeover day in Australian equities, Ticky. Monday's always the day that mergers are announced, and there's another one or two today. This was interesting. The Charter Hall office stock had been trading at a discount. Macquarie's leading a consortium bidding $1.78 billion. But as always with Macquarie, it's not the most vanilla deal you'd ever see. There's a lot of moving parts and they want to do 5 weeks due diligence. So, look, I think the deal will go ahead, but it seemed to drive up the sector as a whole today.
Speaking of takeovers, I gather ANZ is on the hunt for a Japanese bank. Did that get any investor attention?
Yeah, it did. I think the market actually likes the idea of ANZ spending Australian dollars and using its scrip or whatever, using its Australian power to expand in the region. The market has bought ANZ shares for Asian exposure, and any time they look like buying something overseas, be it Korea or Japan, the market seems to like it. It's a vote of support for Mike Smith. The market does like Mike Smith and his strategy. So good day for ANZ today, up about 2.5%.
And of course, they like being known as the Asian bank, don't they? Charlie Aitken, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ticky.